All right, let's see. There's many articles on this. So while we're looking at that, again, Ocala, Florida, United States Attorney Roger B. Handberg announces the arrest of Mitchell Regan, 36 years old, into middle school girls, 10 to 13-year-old girls. He was got arrested. They charged him with a criminal complaint charging him possession of CSAM. He faces up to 20 years, according to the plate. Homeland Security had a search warrant for his residence in October, and they found a photo gallery of girls doing things with other girls, with adults, etc. He was trading them and receiving them. All right. The complaint is merely a formal charge that a defendant has committed one or more violations of federal criminal law, and every defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The case is investigated by Homeland Security and Orange County Sheriff's Office. It will be prosecuted by Assistant United States Attorney Sarah Jeanette Swartzberg. This is yet another case as part of the Project Safe Childhood. It's a nationwide initiative launched in 2006 by the Department of Justice to combat the growing epidemic of CS and child exploitation and abuse. Now, it's led by the United States Attorney's Office and resources to locate, apprehend, and prosecute individuals who exploit children in the SA abuse, and identify, and they try to rescue the children so that it doesn't happen. What happened to Madeline Soto? All right. Yeah, for Homeland Security, let's talk about that for a minute. For Homeland Security to be involved, this guy his name must be an alias, but he must be involved with something bigger. And I can imagine him being, and I don't normally speculate like this, but I can imagine him being involved with that Santa operation. And I can imagine Stephen Stearns being involved in trading pictures with this guy, maybe not even knowing him, trading videos, trading pictures with this guy and others. I cannot believe that the Boys and Girls Club's name even came up, because my daughter has been in the Boys and Girls Club since she was in first grade. Okay, I can't, because they have guys working there, and I always look at them side-eyed. Why don't they do background checks? Why don't they have more security? Well, they don't. They're not using their funding for that. All right, so do me a favor and hit the like button if you like the content I put out. Subscribe if you haven't. All right, it is handled by Homeland Security, but it doesn't always start there. If there's an allegation, it will go to the local police department, and then it gets pushed to higher ups. People don't know to call Homeland Security and say, hey, what do I do here? So it starts from a smaller place, and when Homeland Security gets involved, there's a problem. They're looking at a bigger picture than just this guy. What's up, Millie? Good to see you. Love you. Yes, my blood is boiling too. Can you imagine? I keep thinking, what if Maddie was still alive? What if she was still alive? What if this had happened after all this happened to her? Would this be another thing that she'd have to deal with? Would it be happening to her? Former CEO in Abercrombie and Fitch just got arrested for trafficking, Lori says. It happens all the time. They said it was a cyber tip, Kiki Doll says. Lori, are you serious? I saw he was arrested. Thank you. It's been my view from the beginning. News showing. Yeah, I literally didn't want to connect the two until I started seeing more and more. All right, let's listen to this. Let me turn it up. And I'm trying to cut out all the bad CP words, but we'll see what I can do.
West 2's Dave McDaniel live at Orange County School District headquarters. And Dave, investigators say the man was also involved with the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, that's right. This 36-year-old worked as a school secretary, but now he is in jail and off the job. This all came after a cyber tip directed investigators to take.
Oh my God, the school secretary. Don't even tell me this. And hey, Sea Life. Man, my daughter almost every day goes into the office, and there's a school secretary that's known her since before she went to school. She takes care of her. She does the note. If she goes in and doesn't feel good, the secretary is one of the main points of contact at my school. So to hear this disgusting, evil guy was the secretary of this school and had access to so many children, Do you see this guy? I mean, he's just in plain sight and nobody knew it. Cyber tip.
Take a look at his alleged online behavior.
I was notified by law enforcement that an employee at our school was arrested in another county.
36-year-old Mitchell Regan is in the Marion County Jail and will appear in federal court Tuesday. The federal complaint said he possessed several child sex images, including underage females engaged in sexual activity with an adult male inside of a vehicle, and that his fantasy age of preference was high school age.
Do you hear that? I mean, is your blood not boiling already? I mean, his fantasy age of preference was high school age, and he was at a middle school. It is like that at most schools. It is. And, you know, both of my children have gone to public school, and I've relied heavily on the school to communicate with me and also to take care of my children while they're there. So this is just unbelievable. Yeah, another sick case. We definitely, Michelle, we can't trust anyone getting to where we can't even let our kids out of our sight at all. I agree. It's very hard. Hello to Leavenworth. Yeah, just disgusting, y'all. And I do want to make sure that we get this onto the Justice for Madeline Soto page. I'm going to go to that next after I play one more clip. Yeah, he's nobody's fantasy, but he is a guy that everybody trusted. A cyber tip. I wonder how this got, and as it unfolds, how this got to where it got. As this unfolds, I will keep you posted. It did make headlines, number one, because it's a big deal. Number two, because it hit Hunters Creek Middle School, which Madeline Soto went to and is no longer with us. So it has gotten more attention. A lot of people don't, a lot of cases don't get this amount of attention, but Madeline Soto and anything that is close to her gets a lot of attention. All right, do me a favor, y'all. Get your memberships before Friday if you can. Gift them if you can. I appreciate it. And thank you. Yeah, against logic. Absolutely. His fantasy age of preference was high school age.
Adding that he used the content of younger children to trade for other images.
He should not be working with kids. That's the only thing I think of.
That from a parent outside Hunters Creek Middle School. Regan told investigators he worked at an Orange County middle school and that he also worked for Boys and Girls Club at Hunters Creek Middle. Boys and Girls Club responding with, "This individual has been terminated, will no longer have access to our programs or facilities," adding, "We have no reason to believe this arrest is related to or impacts any students in our after-school zone program."
I would hope not, folks. I would hope not, because many of us rely on after-school programs. And Starzy, this is what I'm talking about today. When I saw this connected to Justice for Madeline Soto, I wondered if he had any communication, whether he knew it or not, with Stephen Stearns and Santa Claus, that whole operation. There has to be more to this, and all the trafficking going on and all the CSAM being traded and distributed. There has to be more to this.